And welcome your morning show Leftover Podcast. Appreciate you listening. By the way, I think this is the last podcast with us as a trio.
Ooh.
Look at that. Adding a new toy.
Yes, yeah.
Next week, Sauce will be in. Very, very exciting. Appreciate you listening and following along. It was quite the week. We were just talking, how did we get the subject of Paramount?
Celebrity Deathmatch.
Because we were talking about Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg.
Yes.
They're apparently down for a cage match. And then that reminded me of the old school show Celebrity Deathmatch. It was like Claymation where celebrities would fight to the death.
Yes. It definitely unauthorized. And looking back now, it's a little bit weird. All right, but Hoodie, so you figured out what with Paramount.
So Maura and I have, we have Paramount Plus.
Flex.
We just got it for some reason. I don't know how. And we were looking up, let's look up those old MTV shows like Parental Control.
Yeah.
A couple of them are on Netflix, weird licensing thing. But, so we Googled MTV on the Paramount Plus and it gave us all the shows, but they're missing their theme songs.
Damn.
So
That's so
crazy.
weird.
Instead of the Parental Control theme song that was back in the mid 2000s, it's something generic.
Sure.
And the big culprit was, and this is a whole Mandela effect that Maura and I were debating on, was that Sweet 16.
Yeah.
We know that it's the
Sweet 16,
yeah.
Sweet 16.
And so Maura,
discovering.
Yeah, keep going. You got it.
16, so much more to life. Sweet 16.
So when we watched it, it wasn't playing that at all, and I was
weird.
confused because okay, maybe the first season didn't have Hilary Duff.
Yeah.
Went to the sixth season, still nothing. Maura looked it up. Apparently they got rid of it because of the licensing rights for the song.
That's okay. And that was weird because even though they went to commercial, they would do Sweet 16. Did you see Kruz's episode?
I did not.
All right, hold on.
What season are you talking about?
Yo, Kruz was on, he was on.
Kruz was on Sweet 16?
He certainly was. Hold on, let me call him real quick and see if he
What?
Yeah, so he was a DJ for one of the.
What? Wasn't Jennifer Lawrence on Sweet 16 too?
Might have been.
A lot of people were.
Might have been.
We found an episode Timbaland was on, CeeLo Green was on. It was weird.
Hey, Kruz, you're on the Leftover Podcast. How are you?
Oh, good. How are you?
Did you hear what happened today?
No, what happened?
I'll tell you later. Hey, so we're talking about Super Sweet 16. What season were you on?
I believe it was season 4.
Okay.
And the title of the episode was Alex.
Okay.
And I think it was season 4, yeah.
Okay, and so you were the DJ or you were the host?
I was the DJ.
Okay. What was the most extravagant thing about that particular Sweet 16?
Well, if I remember correctly, she did get a BMW at the end of it.
Wait, is this the one where they're breakdancing?
The whole thing about the episode was she was from Detroit, because that's obviously where I worked at the DJ company in Detroit. She really was convinced that Eminem was going to come to her event, her party.
Yeah.
And the look of horror on her face when Eminem did not show up, and
just the BMW.
I couldn't even remember what this guy's name was, but he was horrible. And he showed up as the big entertainment.
Yeah,
and she was quite upset.
Wait, Rose asked, was this the breakdancing episode? Was there breakdancing?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
I don't think it was breakdancing.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well, we'll tell you about the other thing later. Okay.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it.
All right. Bye. Bye. Dude, can you listen? That's one of those things where, so Rob was probably on the show, let's just say 2006. To get Eminem out of bed back then was probably $1 million.
Sure.
Even if you're in Detroit. But how great is your childhood where you think that there's a possibility that Eminem is coming to your birthday party and then just being left with the car?
And being disappointed that you got a car. What is wrong with people?
Oh, man, that's so good. Okay.
We also found out on the show, apparently that was the one show MTV didn't supplement money for.
Oh,
so
interesting.
The actual families were paying for everything.
Dang.
Interesting. I just saw a clip of the singer JoJo talking about being on Cribs, and the house they went to, it might have been Cape Cod, I know she's from Massachusetts, wasn't her family's house. It was like a cousin's house, not her house, which is like...
That makes sense to me, though.
It's this weird thing, the whole show, to fake it. I remember being my mom, I was like, Mom, look at all these guys, they have really clean places. They're really neat. My mom goes, you don't think they pay somebody to clean their house? And I was like, yeah, that probably
Wasn't there a
is
whole thing of some of the celebrities, they had rented cars to make them look cool?
Yes.
That doesn't bother me.
I mean, Bow Wow got busted for that a couple of years ago.
Well,
joking about flying private and then was caught
he was on
not.
What? coach, not even first class.
Yeah, like that's just one of those things. Although I'm jealous. My friend Wayne, who does Radio Nashville, if you're ever in Nashville, go to the Jason Aldean bar. He does a show from there. So he hosted the iHeartRadio Country Release Party with Chris Jansen. And I guess Chris was like, hey, you going back to Nashville? And Wayne's like, yeah. He goes, do you want to fly on my plane? So
Absolutely, I do.
He flew private this past week on Chris Jansen's.
Cool.
Yeah, which is so dope. That was like.
That is so cool.
Of course, he took a photo getting off the plane. I'm like, I want to hate him, but you have to.
You have to.
You have to. 110%.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
Rose, what are you looking forward to this weekend? What's going on with you?
I'm just looking forward to a super chill weekend. It's been kind of a crazy week with birthdays and everything, so I've still got a bunch of cake to eat. And then hopefully getting this fake Facebook account off of Facebook that's pretending to be me. That's my hope for this weekend.
So if you missed that, there's an account that's called Rose Show. And this an overall thing is if you ever have anybody from our show asking for your credit card information or money, that is not us.
Also, I'm never going to say you won a contest that you definitely didn't enter. Like, that's the other thing. People are like, hey, you reached out to me on Facebook saying I won a contest. And I'm like, no. And I don't use that many comments.
And
like, it's just.
The contest was like, oh, we started in 2013. We just now found
the weirdest. I know.
And even like the images they made for it, it looked almost like a radio station promo.
It was very weird. And I don't think I was even in the image of the contest that they were using. So I'm like, this does not make any sense. So if you're on Facebook and you see Rose Show, please report it as fake because that is not me.
Yeah.
It's not. And I'll never ask for your credit card information. Like that's not going to happen.
Yeah. No, that's
and I think the website that it directs you to is super sketchy too. Like it just
Well, I mentioned during hockey season, I realized the new scam on Facebook was like we post like an image on like the hockey Facebook or Instagram. The bots would be like, and you can watch the game here. And they like how they found it that quickly because there'd be like 10 comments of like, and make sure to follow the game here. And then I never clicked the link, so I'm sure you went there and they made you put your card in to watch the game. And like, we have a pretty big alumni group that we want to watch. Yeah, it's wild.
Well, then when I posted about it saying like, hey, please report this account, I got so many comments from people saying like, oh, this person on Instagram can help you get your hacked account back. And I'm like, my account isn't hacked. It's just a fake account that needs to be taken down.
And that was probably from hackers.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, these are probably like bots on top of that. So if you see it, it's not me. If you fell for it, I'm really sorry. That was not me.
Yeah, but if you see Rose driving a new Bugatti, just know that was because the Lord blessed her. That's all that is. That's
I would be too scared to even sit in a Bugatti, okay? Yeah. There's no way.
Yeah, no, that's one day. Hoods, to you, what do you say about this
weekend? Kind of on the flip opposite coin of that, I actually somehow got an email from LinkedIn that I for sure thought was fake.
Yeah.
But I got a $5 gift card to take a survey for LinkedIn. So if you get one of those from LinkedIn, it looks fake. But this one's actually real.
Hell yeah, dude.
As far as I know.
Yeah. $5? All right. Listen, we'll do it.
I don't know what we're going to buy with it. We'll figure it out.
$5 foot long, baby.
Oh, well, it's an Amazon gift card, so.
Wedding stuff.
Yeah.
I can buy one centerpiece.
That's going to really take a ding off. Listen, every bit helps. I used to do surveys in college for cash. That was always easy money.
Yeah, I would do the studies where it's just like, they just ask you questions randomly.
So easy.
$20 every time.
So easy. I'm excited this weekend. Molly's going to Ocean City. So, good riddance.
You're going to nap.
Good riddance.
No, stop it. You're going to be like, what am I supposed to do?
Oh, I already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to save the world. I'm going to win.
Okay.
I'm going to save the galaxy. I'm going to save the world. I'm going to win a soccer championship. Might win the Stanley Cup. I'm going to do a lot of that. And then also, Andrew Day and I are going to write music.
All one day.
Yeah, there's that. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
All of these things. And, write some music for my comedy show.
And then, and brag to nobody because nobody's going to care. So that's what I'm saying. About the games, the comedy stuff, it's really good. So very excited for that. Get tickets, by the way, internjohncomedy.com. We appreciate you listening. Make sure you follow along everywhere at YMS Radio. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.